The class starts from here. Let's start with lecture number 2.6. Let me check once whether the voice is clear or not. Let's start with lecture number 2.6. Okay, everything is going as expected. Uh, so JSON. What is JSON? Who is JSON? JSON has a full form. And here in JavaScript, we'll call it JavaScript Object Notation, which is basically a lightweight text-based format for storing what? Storing and exchanging what? Data. It looks very similar to the JavaScript object, but is always a string. Okay, so basically it always stores stuff in the form of strings. So what is the purpose? So easily transfer data between computer programs and internet. Okay, so easy transfer of data. Okay, between computer programs and or over the internet. So here we have an object. Since it is JavaScript object notation, so the object key is also in double quotes and the value is also in double quotes. All right. Mhm. Why use JSON? We use JSON because it is universal, simple, and reliable. Universal meaning it is almost used in every programming language. It is simple because it is easy to use, read, and write, both for humans and for computers, meaning AI. It is also reliable. The format is frozen, meaning it won't change. So your code won't break in future. So let's start with JSON and JavaScript. Okay, JSON and JavaScript. Basically, there is stringify and parse. Only two main things that we need to study here: stringify and parse. So, what is stringify? Basically, it converts JavaScript objects into JSON strings. Okay, and basically sends data over a network, we saving it into a file and displays it as a text. So we have let cat with key name and sound and respective values being tom and meow. If we stringify, this cat object, then the return output would be an object containing this. Understood? Okay. And what is parse? Basically converts JSON back to JavaScript. Okay, so basically stringify converts it into JSON, JS to JSON, and parse converts JSON to JS. If we run this JSON string, having this inside this, basically a JSON script, JSON wording language, JSON object, and when we parse it, what we'll get is Tom. When we are calling the name in this cat object, which is already being converted into JS format. Let's see an advanced example. We have cat, we have its constructor name, which gives us different names for the given cat, but all of these cats will meow. And we have a function inside this which will basically use the name that we give it, and then add a string besides it and add the sound. which basically will be meow. And static method to create a cat from JSON object. Static from JSON object, basically this static from JSON object, that cat equals to new cat object dot name, cat dot sound equals object dot sound, return cat. Let's see is new cat Tom. We're defining a new cat object Tom, and then we are trying to describe it. Basically Tom makes a sound meow. And once we do this, we do JSON dot stringify of this C, then we'll get name as Tom and sound as meow, but all of them inside double quotes. And to convert them back, we'll have this passed object variable which stores json.pass, and we all know that pass will convert JSON format back into JS. We'll have Tom makes the sound meow. Then we just have summary. So let's go on here and immediately just answer this. We have a constructor here in activity 2.6. First question, we have a constructor which will input a name. We give input name Abhi, and then we stringify the object. So the what will be the what will show the correct output if the program written below is executed. Okay, what will be the output? It should show as name colon Abhi, but it will show as an object. The output will be shown thrown out as an object. Okay, if in the next question we stringify and then parse uh, temp is stringifying object, and then what we are doing is type of when we pass it. Okay, B is a string, it will be string. Check answers. No, okay, so in this case it will be object, and in this case it will be string. Okay, so the type of JSON dot stringify. Okay, so this when we do stringify, it converts it into string. I got it now. And when dot pass is used, it converts it into an object. Okay, okay.